Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. We're visiting today with Dr. Michelle Peticolas, who is a very exceptional transformation coach. Dr. Peticolas, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and the way you do it and such?
I focus on transformation, life transformation that usually arises out of some life challenge, like a loss in the family or a change in your work circumstance, or maybe the change in your health, major changes. And I help people navigate that change so that not only do they heal the emotions that often arise from that kind of situation, but also help them to move forward and reclaim joy and happiness in their lives and to have a
Oh,
more meaningful life.
well, that's pretty cool. Joy. I haven't thought about that word for a while. uh, and the only happiness I really know is there's a guy named Ralph Happiness. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Anyway, tell us more about this transformational process that you help with.
Well, I focus on some very specific areas. I actually have an acronym for it, which is called SERVE, SERVE, because we let the change, the life challenge, serve you as opposed to undermining you. So the very first letter, S, is surrender. That is to surrender to the emotions that arise when an unexpected change happens. Maybe a change in your health, maybe somebody dies, maybe you lose a job or a life purpose and you have to pivot. And this will often trigger an emotional response. And when I was growing up, we were taught to repress those emotions.
Yes.
That's not a good idea because there is literally energy in your body that needs to be released. So that would be the first thing that you would want to do, is release that energy. And people are often afraid of that because they're afraid they're going to get stuck, that they will
You
be
can,
in.
you can help them walk through that release process.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Please tell us more.
Okay. So that's the first thing, is learning how to release the emotional energy so that it doesn't get trapped in your body. It can actually do damage to your body if you keep it
Okay.
held in. So then the next one is E, which is to engage. If you look at most circumstances that cause grief and emotional upset, they have to do with relationships. Almost all of them. I could ask you to see if you could come up with one change that does not involve a relationship change. And you won't, because that's the bottom line. And why is that important?
Yeah.
That's important because human beings are social creatures. We're a social species. We're literally wired to bond with each other. And so when a significant bond is broken, that triggers literally a survival response.
Mhm.
And it triggers all this chemical release in your body. And that's why you have to let the energy out. So then engage is you want to connect with other people uh, because that's what you're missing. Maybe you had a health issue and people have stopped communicating with you, or you had a major loss and your old married friends are not reaching out to you anymore because it feels weird. So I
Yeah.
help people navigate that and find the people that they need to connect with.
Okay. All
So,
right.
so that's E. Then the next one is really key, and that is reframe. So the other part is we got the body emotional stuff, and we've got the social stuff, but we also have the brain, and what the brain comes in and has a bunch of ideas about what's going on. And oftentimes these ideas, these beliefs go all the way back to our childhood, and they can really stop us. They can make us afraid. They can actually recycle the emotions and make the
Mhm.
grief go on and on. I actually had a client who came to me and she had been grieving the loss of her husband for, get this, 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, tears coming down her cheeks.
I can relate more than I'm letting on. My wife
Yeah,
died in 95, so yep.
yeah, yeah. So part of the reason why she was grieving was that she didn't know how to grieve. She didn't know how to release the energy. And in
Yeah.
fact, in less than a month, she stopped crying all the time. I helped her by giving her specific guidance on how to let that energy release so that it was no longer beating her up. But the
Okay.
other part is that, so, and I also taught her how to stop the mind from engaging and messing things up. But then also you want to create a different story for yourself. Because
Mm,
often what we do is we see ourselves as victims. This thing, terrible thing happened, and we feel defeated, we feel bad, we feel powerless. So in reframing, I help people to reclaim their power and their agency so that they can move forward. Does that make
okay.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I've lost track of which letter we're on, but
That was R.
right
So
now.
serve, SER. And then
Okay.
there's V and E. And these are the easier, well, they sound easier. They're not. They take actually a lot more time. So V is
Right.
vision. You want to have a vision for your future. Because if you don't have a vision, it's like you don't have a destination, right? So you're going to end
Yeah.
up anywhere. And then
Yeah.
finally, the last one is to express. That is, now you know where you want to go, but now you want to embody it, realize it, have it manifest. It's
Okay.
not good enough to just have it in your head. You have to put it out there.
All right. And if people want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Well, I encourage them to take advantage of my free gift. Well, actually, if you go on my website, there is a mini guide for handling grief. It's very charming. It's got my illustrations in it. And you can just go to secretsoflifeanddeath.com.
Okay.
And the
Thus,
and is spelled A-N-D,
lifeanddeath.com.
secretsoflifeanddeath.com. And it's on every page, so you can download it from there. And that way you'll get on my mailing list and you get some follow-up emails that'll tell you more. And it's really sweet. It's just very helpful.
All right. Well, that's very wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today and helping people. You've got this career where you're helping people. I mean, gosh, not everybody's doing that, you know. Some people are doing jobs that don't help people. So we appreciate you very much, folks. This has been Dr. Michelle Peticolas visiting with us today about her transformational approach to helping with grieving. Please get on her website. It's give it to us again, Doctor.
Secretsoflifeanddeath.com.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. And we hope to see you again in the future, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Me.